We'll get started with some opening comments from Coach.
All right, obviously happy for our guys to be able to find a way. Whenever you're working with guys that are 18 to 22, you know that not every game is going to be perfect, and for us to be able to rally and surround each other, I thought was a sign, hopefully, in the right direction of having different guys step up and help each other out as we continue to grow together as a team. To be able to go 11 of 18 from three, you know, we talked about last game that I thought we shot too many, but I thought we did a good job tonight of touching the post and playing inside out and be able to knock down shots that were made available to us. And then to also get to the line 28 times, I know they extended the defense and fouled some in the full court, but to be able to maybe not quite be in sync and not have played as or been as sharp as we've been in the past, to still be able to find a way, I thought was a sign of maturity of our team to be able to rally and pick each other up and continue to work forward. So with that, I will take any questions.
Tom.
Greg, I think it was obvious you were going to shoot threes with them playing a zone, but you've made, what, 24 in the last two games? What? And what was Ohio State? They didn't play a zone. What's going on there with the threes?
Well, the word is out that we like to touch the post, and we kept it a secret as long as we could, but now it's out. So between them playing the zone, which I anticipated, I had a hunch they would after going back through their game Saturday with Rutgers and how they had some success with it. I figured we would see it, not only from that standpoint that they had success with it Saturday, but also from the standpoint of it forced us to play more on the perimeter. Fortunately for our guys, we didn't get 2-3 happy from a standpoint of we still tried to touch the post as much as possible. I think the biggest thing is that we didn't convert, we didn't finish. We had a lot of good looks in the first half and got the ball deep and either didn't convert at the free throw line or didn't convert when we had the ball pretty deep in the post. So between them playing zone and then when they did go man, they doubled, which they had shown that all year. So they were trying to take what has been our strength away. And fortunately, like I said, for our guys to be able to recognize that and to move the ball and be that unselfish, I thought for the most part, when you shoot 11 of 18, that's 33 points on 18 possessions. That's really, really good. You're 3 points away from being 2 points per possession. So for us to be unselfish and patient enough to touch the post and then be able to kick the ball out, a lot of those threes we shot and made were with our toes pointed towards the rim. As you know, that we like to, that's the type of shot we like to take versus off the run. So I think it's more from what they're trying to take away, and they're trying to keep us off the free throw line, which we were able to do both. We were able to touch the post, get to the free throw line, and had some good looks from the perimeter. So that's a good sign that this group is going in the right direction of understanding and be able to counter whatever defense is trying to do.
Greg, you mentioned guys picking each other up. Ethan didn't have the type of game that he's accustomed to. Is Vito one of the guys who helped compensate for Ethan's lack of productivity?
Yeah, I thought Vito was really good. I thought he was really in tune, and he was able to get a lot of shots into his honey hole, so to speak, that 15 to 22 feet range. He likes that spot, and he's pretty comfortable with that. And I thought the second half, I thought Alex really gave us a boost. I thought his energy level went up a lot at halftime. And I thought as a whole, I thought that group that was Showalter, Hill, Ilakanen, Vito, and Nigel on the floor, we were able to make some hustle plays, and that got us going a little bit when we were stagnant at times. And just beating them to loose balls, getting some offensive rebounds, and converting those, that jump-started us there in the second half.
Do you feel that despite a win and a solid win and 6 straight wins, that the level of play is going to need to be upped with these next 2 really tough road games?
It will need to be up, not from a standpoint of the opponent, which the opponents are very good, and we'll only worry about one right now with Maryland. But how we perform is more of my concern than anything else, than what the opponent is doing or will be doing. And there'll be a lot of things from this film tonight that we'll have to get better at and correct. And like I said, I told the team in the locker room, fortunately we were able to catch ourselves and correct some things that were going haywire a little bit. And also, fortunately, we had guys come off the bench and different guys step up and help us. So we know what's coming. We know Maryland's a really good team, and Mark's done a really good job of assembling that group and their experience. They're very similar to assemble-wise how we were last year. They've got a lot of talent and their experience. So the opponent isn't as much as my concern is making sure we're doing things the right way and worried more about my team than what's coming down the road in terms of a specific opponent.
Jeff?
Greg, you mentioned Illican, and it looked in the first half like he was tentative. I think he got a shot blocked and then didn't know what to do around the basket. What was the difference in the second half? And kind of a two-part question, how important was that play where I think you were up 11, he grabbed the offensive rebound and fed Vito?
Well, I think just the energy level that he brought. I thought he was a little, maybe a half step slow the first half for whatever reason. And, for him to, I think also, too, he was a little hesitant in terms of was he getting double teamed in the post, was he not? He probably should have kicked one of those out that he got blocked. But then he also had the travel in there, too, when he was actually one-on-one. And I don't know if he really realized he was one-on-one. As much as we worked on double teams in the post, maybe I worked on it too much in the last couple days that I got him a little skittish in terms of where it was coming from. But I thought in the second half, he got going because his energy level went up, and he really made some hustle plays. And it's not by accident. When you do those little things well, some really good things happen. And, we'll take that extra effort anytime we can get it.